to another episode of Sell Like a Woman with Mrs. Always Good, brought to you by Always Good Sales and Success Coaching. This week we are talking about being emotional. Women have been called emotional all their lives, and most of the time it doesn't have good connotations. But if there's one place where it is important to be emotional, I would say it's in sales. After all, sales is all about emotions. The emotion of excitement, happiness, fulfillment. It's about satisfaction, helping someone else, gratitude. What we don't talk about in sales is how to use emotions. Being emotional is one thing, but we need to use our emotions properly. We want to convey excitement or happiness. We want people to trust us, to work with us, to be amenable. And we want to build real connections, lasting relationships. We don't ever want just one sale. We want a second sale. We want a referral. We want continued business. That takes an emotional connection to you, your service, and your product. We must be emotional in the right way. We don't want to be the type of emotional that we think of when someone says, gosh, you're being really emotional. It doesn't have good connotations. We want to be someone who is in control and who utilizes their emotions in a positive, productive way. And if someone labels you emotional, that is not the compliment they're giving you. But it is a clue to you that perhaps your emotions are taking control versus. And that's a really important thing to note. We don't want to take offense to it. We want to take it for the instructions that it is. So how do we prepare for those emotional moments? Because they're going to come in sales. Of course, you're in sales because you're passionate and you care about your product and your service and you love working with your customers. So you want to bring a certain level of emotion to your work. How do we make sure that our emotions are serving us versus running the show? This is where the Boy Scouts had it right all along. Be prepared. This means practice. And I mean really practice. Now, start small. Start with your family, your friends. Start with yourself. Start by sitting still and conveying an emotion. Maybe one that has tripped you up in the past. Frustration. Maybe you've been frozen on the spot because you didn't know what to say. Or you've been frustrated that the conversation's not going the right way. You've been angry because someone was straight offensive to you. Those are all things we're going to experience. They're going to come up. So you want to make sure when they do come up, you want to use them to your advantage. Practice by conjuring up an emotion. Maybe one that you felt in a previous meeting with a client. Maybe you were flustered. You couldn't find your words. You were really excited. Maybe you talked over your client. Even good emotions can get in our way. Now, once you've filled yourself up with all of your emotions, really physically reliving those moments, now practice utilizing them. Use phrases, statements, or even physical moves to make the most out of the emotions you're feeling. If you're angry, say, maybe that's my perspective. Maybe they didn't mean what they said. Maybe they did, and I can rise above it. Maybe you're overjoyed because you can tell you're really about to close this deal. Don't overwhelm yourself. Maybe don't count your chickens before they hatch, but let yourself be filled. No matter how we're feeling, we can use it to our advantage. Even anger, even frustration, even doubt. Doubt tells us a lot of things. It can tell us that we need to be better, that maybe we need to prepare a bit more. Maybe it's total crap. Not what you're doing, not that the doubt is real, just that the thought is nonsense. It's nerves, and we all have those. Maybe the anger is not at that person. Maybe the anger is that they felt they could even say it to you. Maybe the anger is your own bias. Maybe you don't agree. All of those things are okay. They're all signals to us and they're all very important. In fact, they're part of the emotions that go into sales and they're part of what makes it exciting and different. It means no sale is the same, no interaction is the same, no relationship is the same. It keeps it interesting. The point is that you don't want it to sabotage. We want to use our emotions for the benefit that they provide, which is allowing us to connect with other people, build those relationships, build referrals, sell that second sale. More importantly, to sell ourselves. Because what we all want is real connection. And you can't have that without emotions. So, ladies, get emotional. Because if you don't, you're not really selling like a woman.